This is a call that we do weekly, or at least most weeks. I call this the hub call. This is where we plug into the group that is at the hub, which is an office building in Fresno, California, I own and have really a big vision for. I wanted to announce to this group, and by this group, the rest of the audience watching, that I think the hub is starting to come to my bigger vision. What do I mean by that? I've always envisioned the hub become a kind of a one-stop shop for folks interested in real estate investing, interested in buying and selling homes, and some folks that want education, all that big grandiose stuff. In the last 48 hours, now this could all fall apart, but I wanted to share with the four of you, or the three of you, plus Adam when I get him, that there's a good chance that we add two new people to the hub. One, Chad, who's somebody I've worked with in Fresno for a while, is an insurance broker. And I met him at the Fresno event on Saturday. We talked about the hub. And there's a very good chance that Chad will rent a room. And thus we will finally have an insurance broker a part of the hub. That has been a long wish of mine, right? Both property or rental insurance, umbrella insurance, portfolio insurance, just all these things that it would be great to have someone on this call weekly, and then a resource that my the community in general could see. So, Chad, you better show up. You better make that happen. I'm going to embarrass you if it doesn't. That's that. Second, everybody here in the audience knows that I interview Matt, the mortgage guy, on Wednesdays. He's out of Sacramento. He told me about 3 or 4 weeks ago he is interested in putting a team member in Fresno. So he's been interviewing candidates and the like. And it sounds like, he sent me a text over the weekend, that he is very close to making a hire in Fresno. And if that happens, he will be open to putting somebody at the hub, which will then give us a mortgage broker at the hub. So again, we've got Patrick, the agent, local. We've got Ty with the education and growing his brokerage there. We've got Carlos doing the handyman. Now we add insurance. Now we add mortgage broking. This is the kind of the bigger vision I had. We still have a couple of spots to fill. I'm still looking for Ty. He's doing an amazing job with education. I would love to get 2 or 3 more agents at the hub occupying spots so we can just do events and feed people through. But the vision might be finally coming together, guys. What do you think? We'll go to Ty first.
Yeah, that's exciting. And I think too that just having some new energy there, Matt having somebody there, the insurance guy, Chad, I think that will, again, energy, new energy, revitalize. And again, I think just, post-COVID, I want to just say to the audience, regardless of what you do, whether you're an agent, a realtor, loan officer, or even W-2, it's time to get back to work. It really is. And I think we've lost, I know even for myself, I'm like, well, yeah, I have been a little bit more casual, over the last couple of years, still focused, still doing deals. But I think, the intent of getting back into the office and getting back in those synergistic relationships and around people, right? That's why Silicon Valley was became so successful, is because people were the peer-to-peer bumping into each other. That was a big part of it.
Yeah, so. Exactly. I want to make one more announcement, then we will go around the horn. So something else I'm looking to do, because again, I want to make moves in this recession, is not only am I doing all the stuff we talked about before, but I want to throw something else out there. I am looking to buy a business or several that work in and around real estate. I think the one that I would love to buy is a landscaping company, right? Landscaping company, right? I already have a portfolio. I've already worked with others that may have portfolios, and I would love to buy a landscaping company just so we can turbocharge, that entity. But again, I'm looking to make moves in this. You don't sit still. You don't cower in a recession. So if anybody's out there knows about a landscaping company that might be for sale, obviously, I'm not going to overpay. Obviously, I'll look for seller financing, all the obvious stuff. But I just want to put it out there because a lot of people watch this. I am game to buy a landscaping company or other entity because I think there's a lot of opportunity to make moves in what is coming. But let's get into this. So again, the hub is growing. Insurance likely, mortgage likely. Let's go to Patrick first, man. Patrick, what's going on?
Not much. That's fantastic news. Thanks for sharing that. That's man,
it could be
awesome.
fun, right? Tie it all together, just help everybody. It'd be really fun. You're like, hey, I'm working with Mary. Mary needs this, and then we just accelerate the communication.
Right.
The big thing for me by having that all in one spot, Patrick, is I will understand the needs for education or experiences or telling stories. It's the hub. The hub for me has always been meant to be this, I don't know, beehive of activity
Hodgepodge.
that just
Yeah.
produces content that helps people around the world. So assuming
Sure.
Chad steps up, assuming Matt's hire goes through, we could be a couple of significant steps forward. So I'm excited.
Absolutely. I mean, it's living up to the name. It's a hub, right? It's
Yeah,
a
it's
hub.
supposed to be.
So I love
Yeah.
it. Well done.
Yeah. What's going on in Fresno real estate? Still kind of low inventory, still hot below the median.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep. That's kind of what I'm looking at. I mean, anything over 600K, so luxury market isn't changing much at all. But the under 600, so the median around 300, 400, the days on market is still right around 40 to 50 days. It's been kind of the same for the past 4 months, and I don't think this month is going to be any different.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's I think 1.5 of inventory left. So
And that
hardly anything
1.5 is the entire market, right?
of Fresno County.
Yeah, Fresno County. That's what I meant. Yeah. And the
Yep, yep, yep.
1.5, I think, is really misleading. And you and I have this talk, but I'll share with the audience. Again, if you take the median and above, median and below, it's probably 2.5 above the median, and it's like 0.5 below the median. Hits you, smash it together, and you get 1.5. Make sense?
Right. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And compare that to the luxury market, which is like 4+ months. So
Yeah, there we go. 4+ months luxury. See, gosh darn, this Zuber guy knows what he's talking about. It's kind of fun.
yeah.
Anyways, the last thing I want to talk about is we have just left spring selling season. Mother's Day typically marks the end of the spring selling season. We never got the inventory bump,
Nope.
which again we called here on this channel. It never showed up, and just for the record, it's not showing up next year. I'm calling that early. But I want to
Yeah.
talk about Fresno housing as temperatures rise, right? The month of August, it is not uncommon for temperatures in Fresno every day to peak out over 100. But I want to talk
Right.
about Fresno housing in the summer. What goes on? Does it slow down like other parts of the markets? Any opinions about summer real estate in Fresno?
I mean, generally speaking, you think about summer, you think about kids getting out of school. And that's typically speaking the most ideal time for families to be moving because they're out of school and there's not much dynamics and change. So there's a little bit of a bump in in a typical market. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. But I mean, with the market that we're in, it's kind of unprecedented. We'll see what this
Yeah.
summer shows.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild market. Carlos, man, how you doing? Nice to see you on Saturday. Thanks for coming out.
Hey, it was wonderful. I'm glad I was there. I get to talk and see everything. Also, get a foretell what's going to happen and what I need to do as a handyman to prepare for that. And it was
Yeah.
great. It was a wonderful, wonderful event.
Yeah, thank you for that. So, folks, you know what I'm talking about. We hosted an event with Stratton Dean, Jason in Fresno this Saturday. A lot of fun to be a part of it. Lots of fun watching the interactions in the audience. Lots of agents came because Jason's following was there. Lots of One Rental at a Time fans. Shout out all of you that came. Love all the pictures, IG, all of that stuff. But Carlos, man, there's a lot of work going on. There's a lot of people, looking to upgrade their properties. You were on a project last week. If somebody wanted to come get a quote, because again, you do the work for me and a lot of my projects, how would people reach out to you?
Well, yeah, definitely. You can reach out by giving us a call at 559-681-8431. I do want to let you guys know we get calls from 8 in the morning till 5. Anything after that, we are not answering.
Come on, One Rental at a Time fans. Stop calling at 1 a.m. Come on.
Yeah, Martha was telling me, "Hey, Carlos, can you let them know?" I go, "I will." And
8 to 5, 8 to 5. Martha
8 to
is
5.
wonderful, folks. If you're lucky enough to speak with Martha,
Yeah.
she is good people. She'll be the first person you speak with, and then Carlos will come out. Patrick, I just because I want to go back to you real quick before we close with Ty. We're still looking to document an FHA and VA buyer's story in Fresno. Is that correct?
Absolutely. I'm ready.
So, folks, if you are an FHA buyer, VA buyer, we know it's hard out there. I would love to be a part of your journey and help you in any way I can. The only ask I have is we document the story, and I'm leveraging Patrick to do that. So if you are an FHA buyer, VA buyer, struggling, having a hard time, please reach out to Patrick. How would they do that, Patrick?
You can either visit the website right on my screen or just email me at patkim@gmail.com, thepatkim@gmail.com.
And we're going to close it out with the one and only Mr. Ty. Always my closer, man. Just always
Ah.
closing for me. So I do want to talk about the hub. The hub will be, assuming insurance Chad shows up, assuming Matt comes through with mortgage. I'm just going to put that out there like it's going to happen. I need you to have 3 or 4 brokers or agents there under your brokerage. I'm willing to pay a bounty. I don't know what I have to do. I want to help you. This is not a shot at you at all. That's that final piece.
It's interesting. We did a 4-week masterclass on creative finance. We have the recordings. The recordings are published. So if somebody's interested in that, I think you'll get to know a little bit about who I am, how I teach, but also too, you're going to get a lot of ongoing support. I was a coach for Mike Ferry. I was a coach for Tom Ferry. I helped when Tom Ferry left his dad and started his own coaching company. I was his day one first coaching client, a longtime friend. And, so in terms of helping an realtor not only just grow their normal listing and sales business, but also adding in the hybrid, becoming a one rental at a time investor, becoming a creative finance investor. I also help and lead with Sub 2 Pace Morby's community. I lead a Tuesday, 2 or 3 hours a week in terms of being involved in that community. And this is something that Michael and I are giving away because we want to build the community in the hub. And so I know we've had several people email that said, hey, I'd like to get a copy of the recordings, all of that. And that's all good. But I would say that if you have an interest, just to talk and say, hey, how does this all work with the hub? And, tell me more about your brokerage and how can you really get down to the nitty gritty. We'll get on and do a 30-minute coaching call, figure out where your business is. How can we benefit your business? Is it a right fit? Because it may not be a good fit.
Yeah.
That's also, we have talked to a couple of people and it just wasn't a right fit, or they weren't licensed yet. So there's some of you I know maybe watching that you're not licensed yet, but obviously if you're really close to getting your license, we should revisit that. Let's talk about getting you plugged in. So no big sales pitch, by the way.
No.
I would say just let's get on a discovery call. You can email me, ty@tylg.com, ty@tylg.com. Very, very easy. We'll get on a discovery call, 20, 30 minutes, learn more about your goals, your business, and then just see if it's a fit. Or even in the end, I'm going to leave you in a better place. Meaning, even if it's not a fit, I'm going to help point you, because you're a part of the one rental at a time community. So
the big thing for me with getting 3 or 4 folks there is we really can start doing marketing. We can start doing all these things. You bring the Sub 2 side that I have no experience in. Just having those resources that are part of the daily, just the lead flow could jump, because we'll be helping and it'll just grow from there. It'll be pretty amazing. But yeah, I'm going to keep putting it out there. I'm going to keep working on it. It's my vision, my baby. Chad, you better come through. Matt, good luck with that hire. Again, putting it out there. Let's go around one more time. We'll start at the end this time with Ty. If somebody wanted to reach out and say, hey, I think I want to be a part of it, how are we doing that?
ty@tylg.com.
There you go. And Carlos, what's the number to speak to your lovely wife, Martha? One more time, buddy. You're on mute.
559-681-8431.
Awesome. And if somebody wanted to document your FHA or VA process, first-time home buyer, we're going to be working with the one and only Pat Kim. How do you want to reach out if they're willing to do that?
Yeah, just send me an email, patkim@gmail.com.
Awesome, guys. Thank you very much for the call. Let's see if we get confirmation from Chad and Matt. Put it out in the universe. Take care. Bye.